Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. So today I am going to be doing probably one of the most highly requested videos. I think some of my subscribers have even suggested this to me because I mean, this review has been a long time coming, let's be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I did order this foundation on Black Friday and I'm not sure what happened, but Clinique was taking their own time to deliver it. But thankfully, it is in my hands right now and I get to review it for you guys. So if you guys would like to see my thoughts on this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, finally, after like 500 years of it being on the market, then please keep watching. For those of you who are wondering where to get this foundation from, I always get questions about where to get the foundation from. You can get this on Clinique online and in store. I know you may not find it in all of the Cliniques, but you can find it online, in store, and it does retail for 260 rand. So if you guys would like to see my review on this foundation, then please keep on watching. Alrighty, so I'm currently on the NYX International website. I think this might be the US website, and I'm going to be reading the description of the website because on the bottle, this is all that there is, and there is probably some information behind here, but do we have the energy to peel when we could just Google? You know. So it says it is lightweight, waterproof, and pigmented AF. Our new Can't Stop Won't Stop full coverage foundation hustles as hard as you do. This comfy liquid formula comes in 45 flattering tones that don't transfer. Every creamy shade glides on smooth, delivering matte coverage and color that stays true for up to 24 hours. 24 hours? Wow. Our little overachiever also works to control shine and mattify your complexion all day long. Definitely something I need because I'm an oily girl. But it doesn't stop there. This foundation is non-comedogenic and is suitable for normal oily combination and sensitive skin types. For those of you who are not familiar with all these kind of big technical terms, comedogenic basically means like it won't clog your pores or cause pimples or anything of that sort. So that's nice. Now I picked up the shade Golden, and I did watch Anushka, who's also here on YouTube, and she's pretty much the same shade as I am, and I think she also picked up the shade Golden. So I don't actually have the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation primer, but I do have my Kiki Beauty Makeup Ready face primer, and I'm gonna prime my face with this. I have used this foundation once before when I was going out, and I really enjoyed it, but it was nighttime, so I don't think I was able to like see the full capacity of the foundation, you know. Okay, now it comes with a pump, which is fabulous. So that is what it's like. Quite a decent amount of product comes out in one pump, and I'm just gonna dot this on my cheek and then blend it in. It has a really beautiful golden undertone. I'm using stippling motions to just blend it in. This is a Barbara Hoffman foundation brush. If you guys are wondering, you can get this at Discam. Looking at it, it is definitely a good match. I don't know how you guys are going to feel about it, but I feel like it matches my skin tone almost perfectly. It's not too dark and it's not too light, and we're gonna see how well it covers up this side of my face because I do have imperfections. I want to say right off the bat, I do believe that this is a medium to full coverage foundation. I do think you can build it up because my scab is sort of peeking through, my pimples are sort of peeking through. I'm going to go in with just a little bit more foundation and just build that up. This foundation so far seems to be working really well with a brush, but it builds beautifully. It's like your skin but better. So I'm quite impressed so far. It has a smell, but nothing that's too hectic where it's going to annoy you or anything of that sort. This foundation is actually very, very matte. Okay, so I just changed my camera settings slightly because I felt like the settings that I was on was kind of washing this foundation out just a little bit, so you guys couldn't see the true coloring of this foundation. I have to say, I do think golden is a really good match to my skin tone. Now, I know you guys are looking and you guys are like, girl, look at your neck. Your neck is dark. Yes, guys, I know my neck is dark, but my body is fair. Like, my chest is fair. So if you match the color of the foundation to my chest, I think it's a pretty good match. Okay, Indian people problems where your body is 50 shades of Indian. But so far, I'm really happy with this color. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you guys can see how this foundation is sitting on my skin. You guys can see my imperfections. I'm sorry for those of you who don't like looking at these things. But I just think you guys should see up close and personal how beautiful this foundation looks on my skin, which is quite blemished right now. So you can see what it looks like on that side of my face. You can see what it looks like on this side of my face with all my imperfections. Okay, now this foundation does say it dries down and it's non-transfer. So this is what my hand looks like. I'm just gonna press my hand up against my face. It definitely has dried down and it definitely does feel like matte skin. So alright, so let's finish off the rest of the face. Now I'm gonna go in with my Milani Erase and Retouch concealer. This is in the shade number 4. And I'm just gonna highlight the center of my face. Okay, so because this is a fast setting foundation, I really wanted to see how it reacts with other products being put onto the face, especially because it's wet, being applied onto dry product. And I will say that I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how well other products are able to blend on this foundation. However, I will say that only if you look for it will you find like slight areas where the wet product has kind of messed around with the dried product. And I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Maybe you guys will be able to see it on my forehead. I don't think so. I don't think you will be, but you could see slight patchiness where the concealer that I was blending in picked up the foundation, but you can barely even notice it. Now, I was definitely taking my time to blend out this concealer, and I had to go wet my sponge after applying this foundation. I was doing things and all that stuff. So I definitely think that if you work fast with your concealer and this foundation, you shouldn't really have that sort of happening. But even if it does happen, it's not like it's so noticeable that it's like a major con with this foundation. So I will say I was expecting this concealer that I put over to completely pick up the foundation and completely make it disappear, but that's not necessarily the case. So I'm not really complaining about that. I just wanted to see. And yeah, so far so good. It hasn't happened on my upper lip, it hasn't happened on my chin, it hasn't happened under my eyes. So I would assume the longer you let the wet concealer sit on top of the dried product, the more likely it is that it's going to pick up whatever's underneath. So if you work quickly, you shouldn't have a problem. I hope you guys are kind of getting what I'm saying, but so far, I'm happy with this. Alrighty, so with regards to powder, I'm going to use my Luxury Banana Powder from Revolution. A little bit down the bridge of my nose. I'm not baking heavily as I usually would because I want to see how this foundation wears. I'm also going to powder lightly on my upper lip, a little bit on my chin, literally just the areas where I highlighted. And then I'm going to be taking my Benefit Hoola bronzer and I'm just going to lightly bronze up my face. I'm not going to be setting my face with setting spray because we want to see how this foundation is going to wear on my face. And the time right now is 12:58. So yeah, we're pretty much gonna say I've been wearing this foundation since 12:12. I'm gonna go ahead off of camera, finish off the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so the time right now is 20 to 2. Hope you guys can see that. And I just thought I should check in, let you guys know how I feel about wearing this foundation for just over an hour now. I will say I am getting smile lines. I can't help it, you guys. I'm just so happy. But I'm not gonna lie, these are definitely not as bad as some foundations make your smile lines. So yeah, overall I really like the finish of this foundation. I really like the color match of this foundation, and I'm really happy with the way it is sitting on my skin so far. It is a bit high end for drugstore, but I wouldn't mind dropping 260 Rand every 4 to 6 months at this point. But let's wait a little longer, let's see how it wears, and let's see if it really is worth all of the hype. Okay you guys, so I totally forgot to plug in my microphone for the next 2 clips, but the first check-in was at 4:53. As you guys can see, the makeup still looks perfect. It literally looks like I've been wearing it for like an hour. It looked amazing. I'll zoom you guys in a bit and you guys can see what the makeup looks like. Not shiny at all. For my oil slick skin, I was shook, you guys. And then when I checked in again at like 8:10, it looked amazing. Now that is how my foundation looks after like 2 hours of wearing general foundations. You'll start seeing the shininess come through. I was absolutely blown away by how good, I can't even describe it in words, by how good this foundation lasted on my oily skin. I even went so far as to wear it for a second day, which you guys will see in a bit. And I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised by this foundation. The only con I will notice is that it does settle into smile lines and it will look a little dry for those of you who have dry skin. But other than that, I don't think you'll have a problem with this foundation. It sits so well on the skin. If it does look dry after applying it, there's nothing a setting spray won't fix. I'm sure even for my dry girls, if you prime really well and you set with a setting spray, you'll be good. So anywho, let's end off the video. Hey everyone, so this is the second day that I'm using this foundation. I'm actually videoing on my phone right now, and as you guys can see, I still have the smile lines, but it's not as bad as yesterday. So I definitely do think that using like a pore minimizing primer, going out of frame, I definitely think using a pore minimizing primer will help minimize smile lines. Overall, I will say that this foundation works really, really well. I'm really impressed with it today. I did notice a little bit of dryness you know, just after I applied it, but I just put on some setting spray and it doesn't look dry at all. The shine that you're getting right now is my highlights. So yeah, so far I'm really enjoying this foundation, but overall I'm really happy with the shade. I'm happy with the finish. This foundation is definitely gonna become one of my go-to foundations. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Yes, I'm in my onesie because it is chilly up in here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to slay all day every day with our makeup, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.